the FBI, despite claiming to have produced all the documents to date, there's still 140,000 documents that haven't been produced, 90,000 alone.
Then yes, you must know, and you must understand that Leonard Peltier should be a free man. It'd be like you at the park, you at the pool, you and yours at a backyard barbecue. And remember to pretend that you're in their shoes. Make sure to make believe you're in their hearts too. Your people where Oglala feet stood. Put the feet of your people where Oglala feet stood. Count the number of bodies found in ditches, wrapped in mysteries. Just picture it. Harassment and unspeakable histories, and too many eulogies. Right there in your local fields and streets, as the obvious just can't seem to get seen. Obscurity screams as apathy wins and the jury convenes, and the world revolves and reporters leave. And it's up to you to retrieve the siege, as death of your people is venial, it seems. And somehow you pray and must still believe. Since this is all about you, all about you, it's all about you, all about you. Scientific, unattested, and unaltered, altered evidence, of which even more gets created and planted until Canada's support is recanted, and you're given back to the liars, and the liars acquired, even admired. And your lawyers are getting abused and tired, and the judges have bought that you've aided and abetted a crime self-defense plot. So if you're walking Leonard's shoes for a moment to mile, who do you trust? Where's your fair trial? 30 years of penitentiary law and democracy fumbling for the door, as your central file screams the hidden score. The court now agrees in justice, but new judges' hands are tied. Say there'll be an international incident if we uncover the FBI lies. So the documents stay unfree, and the information exercises its right to remain silent. The pages linger blackened in the name of not inciting violence. And I'll say it again, convicting evidence unproven by science. So on whose reliance is this to be made just? Feeling lost, oh, you must. 'Cause if it was all about you, you wouldn't get it either, knowing now what you do. Now you've got story, and it's all about them, and Leonard Peltier, if you tell it
some arguments I wanted to get into about the sheer volume of documents that were withheld. People who were in the courtroom saw the judge wouldn't let me go there. I wanted to talk about Douglas Durham, the FBI informant who had infiltrated the American Indian movement. The judge wouldn't let me go there. But I think that was very important, because our main argument was this material should have been turned over at the trial of 1977. Our second argument was that FOIA exemptions can't be used to shield illegal or unauthorized activities, and that's where I wanted to get into Durham and some of the other dirty tricks, but the judge derailed me, if you will. But I was able to get back on track, and I think it went as well as could be expected.
Oh!
Can you talk about Frank Blackhorse a little bit?
Most people don't realize that Leonard Peltier on February 6th of 1976 was arrested with Frank Blackhorse. Frank Blackhorse was actually named Frank DeLuca. He was sought for the in connection with the deaths of Agents Kohler and Williams. He was also under indictment for wounding Special Agent Curtis A. Fitzgerald on March 11, 1973. When Blackhorse was arrested in Canada with Leonard, he had a firearm in his waistband and marijuana on his person. The Canadians merely charged him with the marijuana violation, which he beat on a technicality. He's still a free man in Western Canada. And my source for that is I actually talked to Jamie Graham. He's now chief of police in Vancouver. But at the time of Leonard's arrest and DeLuca's arrest, he was an RCMP officer. And he always found it strange that DeLuca was merely charged with the marijuana violation. In Canada, that back then, like now, is not a big deal. But having a firearm now is a very serious charge in Canada, and it was a serious charge in '76. He was not charged with that. He was not charged with entering the country illegally. So my question is this: you wound an FBI agent. You're sought in connection for the deaths of 2 others, and the FBI doesn't bring you back to the United States? There's something mighty fishy about that. And he's never come out, this DeLuca/Blackhorse character has never spoken out publicly on behalf of Leonard Peltier. He's never said, hey, let's free Leonard, or how can I help? I think it's very odd. So I've done all kinds of things. I've written the media in Canada. I wrote America's Most Wanted, and for some reason, nobody's interested in talking about Frank Blackhorse.